Okie dokie. Okie dokie. And we're live. Morning, sir. How are you? Good morning. The Edge Master. Oh, let's see if we're going to do this. We're going to give this coffee CPR. Oh, that's good stuff right there. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Peter. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Welcome, everyone. I'm using a custom Tiny Yeti from my friend Chris Stout out in PA. Stout Lawn Care sent this out to me. It was really nice of him. It's really good. Oh yeah, that's nice. A little ASMR right there for you. Well, good morning, everybody. Happy to have you all here. So, it's raining, it's cold, it's disgusting outside. I know that there's a lot of people dealing with flooding. If you are, I am so sorry for what you're having to deal with. There's some messes happening. I guess it is springtime, and there's just places that seems to happen to worse than others. But yeah, cold here today. Where I think we're right around 35 degrees, so we'll see how the rest of that goes. It is nice, it's tasty. That's good stuff. So, a couple things going on in today's video. Just want to make everybody aware of, because I forgot to mention it. Yes, Tiny Yeti is in play again today. Boom, because I actually remembered to get it in. So we're going to go back in playing for this guy right here. For those of you who have not gotten your hats yet, I know I got a couple emails about it. I went back, got a hold of the office. There were a string of forwarded emails that I had with your addresses on that went to my communications director. She just found all those, so they all went out. Maybe you got notifications, I think, on Monday or Tuesday. You should have gotten email notifications that your hats all shipped. So I apologize for the delay on that. Normally we're a bit more on the ball as far as that's concerned. So, Tiny Yeti will be in play in this video today. We're going to go ahead and make it lucky number 11. The 11th commenter, not on the live chat. Live chat on your screen is over, well, on my screen, it's over there. Maybe if I'm pointing, I think it's over there. And you're going to be commenting, bang, down below. So, also, and this is quite serious, you know, I haven't done just a straight and serious educational piece for a while. And this one goes into a little bit of a storytelling saga as well. I kind of actually felt while I was filming this, it was a little bit more like how some of the presentations that I do go. So I think, you know, for those of you who are new to the channel and came because, you know, maybe somebody shared something funny about it, this is a bit more straightforward. It's very educational. So, thanks, Trevor. Yes, I am shorter this way. If I put my hands like that, or two black bars maybe along the sides, it might work better. It'll make me look taller. So yeah, covering off a few different things and a couple of different stories that I think really are good to note about when new products are coming out and things like that. So that's mainly what's going on today. There are no Rikers Island commercials in this one either. You know, like they gave up their sponsorship. I thought for sure I was going to get one more out of them, but so far I haven't gotten one. I'm gonna have to find a new sponsor. Got contacted by somebody that might be showing up here before too long. Okay. Let's see if I can answer a couple of these real quick. I don't know how much I'm going to scroll up, but I did just see one from Matt Condit here that was about K deficiency, making strides. That's great. Likelihood I could dodge brown patch in my New Jersey tall type turf rescue. I don't believe you will ever not have it. We've seen like maybe the amounts of brown patch go down over time when soils get into balance and when nutrition is in balance in the plant, but you can always run the risk. That's really, it's an environmental thing. It's a grass out of place. It's just something that you may have to deal with. So, you know, yes, there can be less, but that doesn't mean that you're going to get rid of it. So, you know, look forward to it because, you know, honestly, having to put out fungicides every 21 days or 28 days through the, you know, the season can get a little tiring, and it's a little bit of a problem. So, let's go here. Let's see what I got here. I have some melting out. What's your suggestion to bring the color back? So a couple of things that can cause that as well is too much irrigation, too much in the thatch zone, not a lot, not enough airflow, and honestly, low levels of N, P, and K. So you need to take a look and see how long it's been since your last feeding. What's going to help to push that forward and grow it out so that you can cut it. And, you just need to take a look at it. Sometimes guys will do a fungicide application on that. You don't always necessarily need to do that. You can run something like potassium phosphide as well to help. That can work as well in that situation. So let's see. How many eps of dethatch do you think I'll need to do if I have about a quarter of an inch of dead grass? I'm in Indiana. In the heat, if you're getting that out there, you're going to see thatch reduction depending on temperatures and your rate of initial application. You'll start seeing a decline within 14 to 21 days. You'll see a harder push of turf coming through it, and it'll start to go down even further as time goes on. So that's something that you can continue if it's heavy, maybe do it once a month until you're satisfied with the way the result is there. So Matt Condit, that is very funny. 5 inches of rain in 3 days prior to the storm. I put down Biostim Pack in 1801. Small pooling areas have never had water before. Curious what your thoughts are. If it's a goner, need to reapply. That's been a good question for people coming up lately, that with the amount of rain that's coming, likely, nitrate moves with soil, salts move with with water. Nitrates move with water, and salts move with water. Things can flush and move and get kind of pushed around. So you may need to do an application, maybe not necessarily the biostimulant, unless you have flowing water. That would be different. But any sort of food, you probably are going to have to reapply. Let's see here. I just gotta scroll down. Carbonex, one of your Green County products? No, it is not. And no, I do not know the shelf life of the 40-pound bag. I can tell you this. I'm pretty sure that is SOP. I think when I first was told about it, that was last year. I don't remember. I believe that's half SOP. As long as it doesn't get wet, you should be fine storing fertilizer for a long time. So that should be something that, just for most people, you don't really need to worry about shelf life on a lot of that stuff, as long as it doesn't get wet. But if it is attracting any water or humidity, any granular fertilizer can just cake up and it's not fun to deal with. So let's keep going here. Very low zinc per soil test. Should I supplement zinc sulfate or just keep doing microgreen? You can absolutely get there with microgreen if you want to do one simple application, which is going to be like a tablespoon or so, an ounce or two of zinc sulfate. You can totally do that and it would just fix it. So let's see. Sissy grass blend, I think that means PRG. Small patches are more green than the rest, even circles or similar shapes. Matt, that sounds like POA more than anything else. That's what that sounds like. If it's got small circles, that's probably what you're dealing with. What entices the spread of Bermuda? Better N or K? Hey, you know what? Better soil. Honestly, if you are just going to encourage, if you have hard clay, airy soil makes a big difference. Give it a reason to get over there. In agriculture, when you're actually planting seed, what encourages the seed is more actually phosphorus than anything else, but the nitrogen to give it a little energy, phosphorus to find it to give it a little more energy to help uptake some of that in. But roots will track straight towards that nutrient. So that's something that you can look at as well. Using a starter or something like Green Pop works fan-freaking-tastic. So I have grass that established, made it through a few cuts, started getting gray, gradually got darker and laid down matted slimy jelly like almost black and then vanished back to the dirt. That's interesting. I'd have to see something like that, but it just sounds like if it's new sod, I would assume grass that established, made a few cuts, maybe it was seed. It may just be part of initial dieback and it's just gonna fall up and go. Favorite coffee brand? I don't know that I have there was a company called Santa Cruz Mountain Roasters that I used to get all the time that I absolutely love, and nothing I can get around here, but they were fantastic. Right now, this is a Green Mountain, Costa Rica. So, let me answer. I got about a minute to go before the countdown timer stops, so let me just keep going here. Let's see. Got to move up. Got to move up. There's quite a few here. Okay. Due for my first mow on new turf this weekend. Also need to throw down 901 RGS and humic. Which should I mow first? I like to mow first. Mow first. Get that done. Yes, Glenn. I know it's getting out of control, and so far I haven't made a decision to get rid of it. How often can I use RGS humic on centipede lawn? Centipede, fine. Just go ahead and put it out. You know, if you want to do it once a month, you can do it once a month. If you do super low rates, you can even go weekly, like 1.5 ounces, 1,000. Not with the RGS, but with the humic, you can go low with that. The RGS, you don't do more than like 3 or 6 ounces a month. I think that's about where you want to be. Yes, Chunk, there are issues with that sometimes. You guys may make fun of me for doing this, but I tip on the edge and spray, and I leave that weight down in the bottom corner, and I usually don't have any issues, so you can try that. Okay. Mark, if you want to say something here, you can do it here or just do it in live chat because the video is starting right now. So I'm going to go ahead and kill this, and we're going over to the video because it is starting right now. I will talk to you guys over now.